What is up, members of my collector corps? It is I, Super Mariozilla, or you can call me Vinny, and today we will be taking a look at the Mezco Kaiju Collective Godzilla 1954. This figure was announced... how long ago was it since this figure was announced? 4 years ago! My god! And it was only released recently? Jeez! Mezco, you are so bad with release dates. Do better! Regardless of release status, this figure was announced as part of a new Mezco line of figures featuring Kaiju, hence the name Kaiju Collective. Unfortunately, as far as I'm aware, this line is dead upon arrival because Mezco no longer has the Godzilla license, so this is likely the only release in this line we'll get. It's rather unfortunate. The figure stands at 8 inches tall and clocks in at an MSRP of $140. Comes with a lot of accessories as well. Mezco normally does a good job with accessories, but this figure has been selling out like crazy and is already hitting aftermarket prices of $200 and above. The whole gimmick with this figure is that the figure is a rubber suit. The inside is a metal internal action figure that can be posed. The outside is pretty much a rubber shell. So the figure's articulation is meant to be seamless. Good idea on paper, but in practice, this only kind of works. I and many other collectors wonder how long this material will last, because it's not lasting forever. Oh god no, it's not lasting forever. Especially if you mess with your figures frequently, like me. The figure, because of the rubber exterior, is also a dust magnet. The figure is not off to a good start so far. Will it still be worth adding to the collection, or should you still leave this on the shelves? Sit back, relax, get a snack, get a drink, preferably water, and let's see if this figure is worthy of a spot on your Showa Godzilla shelf. The details are good. The figure is not one-to-one with the suit, but it is still a nice representation of the original Gojira suit. Godzilla, as I've said, is a dust magnet because of the rubber, so unfortunately it will catch a lot of dust. I tried cleaning him as best as I could before this review, it wasn't happening. The details worked into the rubber suit is really nice though. Like, they worked in so much detail into this, it's rather nice. I like it a lot actually. The paint job, it is a completely different story. It flakes. It flakes off a lot, mainly at the dorsal plates, cause, you know, paint doesn't really stick to rubber, so you can see a lot of blemishes. The eyes are also not flush with the eye sockets, they're a little sunken in. I'm getting man in the suit vibes with this figure, and I never thought I'd bring up man in the suit in any capacity. The teeth are individually sculpted and painted neatly, sharp too, so be careful. Godzilla, like I said, packs a lot of details. The rubber suit captures these details really well to make it look like the old costume. It screams classic, and that's what I like most about it. But if the articulation causes this suit to tear over time, I don't know, it's probably not going to feel the same. So yes, I love the way this looks, paint job flaking aside. I also know it could have been done better, especially for the price point. Also, the tip of the tail is crooked compared to the rest of the tail. Awesome. $140, guys. Overall, Godzilla looks good, but the paint leaves a lot to be desired on this material, and the accuracy is not one-to-one. For articulation, this figure is barely posable. No, I'm not kidding. They may say highly posable, but it is not highly posable. And if you're not careful, you will damage the material. The suit is flexible, but it can still tear. The head can move all the way up, so that's good. Can look down an okay amount. The jaw can open up wide. The head can also lean side to side and look side to side, but it is very stiff and you need to lean against the jaw in order to get this to move properly, and I'm worried that the jaw will just snap off. The arms can go forward a certain amount, outward a certain amount. There's a bicep swivel. The elbows can bend all the way, but I don't bend them all the way because of the suit tearing. The hands are on ball joints. The torso can lean side to side and move forward ever so slightly, but like the neck, the joint is very stiff. And there's no good way to grip Godzilla at this section without also gripping the dorsal plates in order to get the torso to move, which will crack the rubber, so that's good, ain't it? The legs only move out to the sides and not forward or backward. In fact, this is Godzilla's widest stance. Godzilla's legs can move inward as well, but that's it. Only forward movement is in the knees. And they can also bend. The ankles are on ball joints and have a great range. Can go a good amount forward, backward, and side to side for the rocker. The tail is on some kind of wire or series of ball joints, I don't know for sure, but it is really flexible. It's a really fun tail to mess with, so honestly, I get a kick out of it. It's a good tail to pose, just again, mind the material. Articulation is, I'll just say it, it's not good. Even if it was, I still feel nervous about posing. Now, one thing I will give credit for is the accessories. Mezco cooked with these accessories. First are the two buildings that can be separated or linked together. Pretty cool. I love the dry brushing on them. It really makes the details pop. And both of them have damage to make it look like Godzilla wrecked them. Next is his atomic breath shooting downward to the ground with a neat little fiery explosion effect. Keep in mind, all the accessories are colored in black and white to match the figure, because the figure is also colored in, well, black and white. You saw the hands on the figure, but there are also two other sets of hands, which are more meant for gripping. The ball joints themselves are metal, and the hands are very hard to get on, so I don't interchange them much. If you're going to interchange the hands, make sure you have heat handy. Next up are three tanks that swivel at the top. The amount of details they pack is really impressive. Like, for tanks this small, and for packing this much detail, it's actually really good. And we get two machine gun type of weapons. I don't know what these are called exactly. Next is a plane for Godzilla to hold, and a train for Godzilla to eat. Nice, that's awesome. Overall, accessories add a lot of fun and display factor. They're pretty cool, I gotta say, so they get a pass. For size comparisons, this is weird because, like I said, this is the first and likely only figure to release in the Mezco Kaiju Collective line, so he has no one to go with. The Mezco Ultraman is too small for him, and King Kong is a decent one to go with Godzilla, especially if you have the black and white version. King Kong scales okay with Godzilla, but that's it. Besides that, Godzilla is on his own. Godzilla was doomed to fail because of that material, and that is sad, because I genuinely wanted to see what else Mezco could do with this line, but sadly, this is the only figure they released in the line. There was a prototype for Godzilla 1989, although I think it might have been Godzilla 1991, I don't know, I could not figure that out, but that sadly was not able to get commercialized because, like I said before, it is very likely Mezco lost the Godzilla license. Nothing was outright confirmed, but judging from the fact we haven't seen anything Godzilla related from Mezco in years, it's safe to say that they lost it, which again is sad to me. But ultimately, with how this figure turned out, maybe that's for the best. And it pains me to say that, because Godzilla is okay ultimately, but not something to rush to the nearest comic book store to get. This should only be grabbed by die-hard fans only, and even then, that's a cautious recommendation, because of the fragile material. It is not a toy, it is a collector's item, and strictly a display piece. This should not be played with at all, and that sucks honestly. I had high hopes, and I was let down. And we'll never know if Mezco would have improved their craft. So overall, Godzilla is fine, but not the best figure in the world. The figure is also on the aftermarket, so it's definitely not worth the 200 plus. Only get this for MSRP or lower. Assuming you're okay with everything mentioned, if you're not okay with any of the issues, stay away. I am Super Mario Zilla, or you can call me Vinny, and I am out. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.